Hey folks, this is Kalani. Not quite the update that I was looking for on the 14th of January, however, we do have some new items in the gem store. Now, I'm going to cover two of them in this video, and I'm not going to buy either of them because I personally don't feel they're worth it. Just to get that out there. So what we're going to look at is the basic ore node pack and the metabolic primer. There we go. Basic ore node pack. 800 gems, which will cost you approximately 63 gold right now. This activates 3 mining nodes within your home instance for daily use. The nodes created are copper, silver and gold, meaning these are going to go into your home instance exactly how the quartz crystals are, exactly how the candy corn rather is, and be there. Now, what that means, they're basically copper, silver and gold nodes, meaning they have 3 charges normally. You obviously can get more charges if you stack more chance from World vs World, from boosters, that kind of thing, or if you're just lucky. So basically minimum you're going to get is 3 copper, 3 silver and 3 gold, which really is not a lot for 800 gems, but what this does mean is that they're moving towards adding new stuff to your home instance, which is really good, but notice how it says basic ore node pack. What confuses me a little bit is that it's not copper, iron and silver, which is ironic because that would actually be worth more than copper, silver and gold. But it's copper, silver and gold, which is kind of like first metal, third metal and fourth metal. Not to mention that it's 2 rare metals. It's silver and gold, which don't see a lot of prevalent use in armor smithing and weaponsmithing, instead in things like jewel crafting. So it's the rare metals as well as the first metal, which is just really odd to me, but it says basic ore node pack. So that means we may get advanced ore node pack, we may get special ore node pack. You know, we might get one for iron, platinum and mithril, and then one for orichalcum and potentially dragonite eventually, which is going to be both really nice and a little worrying. I mean, I know the idea of convenience from Gem Store is basically what the Gem Store is all about, but to have a dragonite, I mean, that's going way far, and like that's proper tinfoil hat theory, but that's where it may end up. I just wonder where they're going to go with this, and if they do actually bring out more. But personally, I don't think the basic ore node pack for copper, silver and gold is going to be worth a great deal. Right now, if you get 9 ores, so that's 3 copper, 3 silver and 3 gold, that's worth between 4 silver and 5 silver, and you're spending 63 gold to get that per day. Note that these can only be mined once per day per character. Once per day per character. Meaning you can only get the 3 ore, copper, silver and gold per day. You can't run around on all your alts and park all your alts there and go mining every single day. It's once per character per day, which is kind of awkward. I personally am not going to bother with it. I don't find myself in need of copper, silver or gold. They're both, or rather all 3 of them, are pretty cheap right now. I mean, I can't see silver or gold becoming worth a great deal even if jewel crafting goes up to 500, simply because we have ascended jewelry rather. We have ascended necks, earrings and accessories already, and that's the only thing that would come from jewel crafting. Unless they add things with new visual effects like legendary jewelry, but I think that's way down the line. I don't think this would be... I don't think it's worth it, I'll be perfectly honest with you. And then we have the metabolic primer. Now, any food eaten while the primer is active will have the same remaining time as the primer, rounded up to the next hour. The primer does not stack. Once consumed, any food eaten for the next 12 hours will have at least the same duration as the remaining metabolic primer time. So 12 hours, you eat a food straight after that and it bumps it up to 12 hours. This will cost you about 11, 12, 13 gold, depending on how prices fluctuate, but I mean, this is pure convenience, simply for saving the amount of food, because even the most expensive food that you can buy at around 30 silver, if you buy enough for 12 hours, you still end up spending around 3 to 4 gold more buying the primer, which is really strange. I mean, again, convenience if you want it, but on a personal note, I don't find consuming food to be all that bothersome. And if I did want something like this, I'd rather have it automatically consume the food when it kind of ended, rather than having to buy something from the gem store to then use on food. And if I then play that character, don't worry, the timer will not continue to tick when you log out, but if you continue to play the character in an area where that food isn't necessarily being useful, then the primer's ticking down and potentially wasting time. And bear in mind that you lose money even when you use the food at 12 hours. So if you want that for the convenience sake, you'll have to drop... You'll probably buy them in stacks of 5 unless you're pretty rich and pretty keen on this. You'll have to drop 550 gems, or quite a bit of gold. I mean, that's about 4, give or take 5 times, about 48 gold. Thereabouts, 48, 49. That's a rough guesstimate, so don't quote me on that. But that's a lot of gold to make sure that your food doesn't run out, when you could just put that food somewhere convenient in your inventory and click it. I mean, it's nice to have these coming out in the gem store. It's variants, it's difference in items, it's ArenaNet trying a few new things, which is really good. I just don't think the price is quite there. I mean, if the basic odd node pack was maybe 400 gems, I'm sure plenty of people would be willing to drop 400 gems. 800 has become incredibly pricey, especially when you consider turning gold into gems. So that's my thoughts on the new 2. I'm kind of disappointed I can't show you them, but I have plans for these gems. I have other plans for these gems, which you're probably going to like a great deal more than me showing you mining copper, silver and gold. On a last note, the only real major convenience, I guess, for the basic odd node pack that I can see is getting your daily gatherer. I mean, personally, I never have a problem with that because I like to go gather my orichalcum and ancient wood anyway. But I mean, you can get 15 guaranteed. 15? No, you can get 9 guaranteed. Oh, you can get the rest from your living story from the quartz and the candy corn, I guess they count as gathering. So added to those, you can get quite a good chunk of your daily gatherer done if you don't fancy going around hunting for nodes yourself. So that's one good thing for it, I guess. But yeah, they're my thoughts on the new items in the gem store. Thanks for watching, folks. Good luck and have fun, and as always, I will see you next time.